Hi, I'm Nick. I'm 25 years old, 180 pounds, black and German, born in SF, raised in Oakland, and this is my routine that I've been doing for about 6 months now.
I like Lady Gaga, but what the fuck does she know about cameras?
So my morning starts at 4 a.m. And I know your first thought is probably, why are you waking up at 4 a.m.? And honestly, this is my favorite part of the day. It's super peaceful outside. I get a bunch of stuff done before work, and I feel like a mad genius in the process. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, the first 2 weeks of starting this routine was brutal. The hardest part was definitely just staying awake and not going back to sleep because it's dark outside. Lucky enough for me, I have a cat that doubles as an alarm clock. Meet Melon. This little dickhead likes to run around at 2 a.m. in the morning, and when it hits 4 a.m., she hears my alarm. If it's 4:05 and there is not food in her bowl, there is a problem. What the fuck? I always thought Melon was just a little fat ass, but recently I found out Melon is actually expecting kittens, which was a surprise I really wasn't ready for. But it is what it is. I'm not really worried about it. I'm actually kind of excited, to be honest. I'm not sure how long the excitement will last, but if you want to keep up to date with little Miss Mama Melon's journey, make sure to subscribe and also check out our Patreon. Alright, but once Melon's fed, the next thing I need to do is I need to get some caffeine into my system, or I'm not going to make it to the gym. So I load up my shaker bottle with this ungodly concoction. First, it starts off with this mass weight gainer, and realizing it now while I'm recording this video, it's more like a protein shake with a scoop of pre-workout in it. My thought process behind it is pretty much, this powder make me big, I want to be big. I'm gonna eat the powder as much as possible, so it's going in my pre-workout. If you have any better ideas, please let me know in the comments, because let me tell you, this powder by itself tastes like clay, like if I went to art class and I took a bite out of that fucking brick. So I got some of this hydration powder that I got from like the Dollar Tree or something like that, just because it's watermelon flavored and it doesn't taste too bad. It kind of tastes like those generic strawberry sodas you get from the corner store, but if it was a diet flavor. You know how diet has that nasty aftertaste? Same thing. 1 scoop of creatine, even though the mass weight gainer already has creatine in it, you know, why not? And last but not least, a scoop of C4 pre-workout. Now, I don't really like this pre-workout, to be honest with you. I kind of just got it because I was in a rush and didn't really feel like looking at any of them. I've had a couple different pre-workouts, and this one makes me feel sweaty. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I know when I'm in the gym, I'm supposed to be sweating, but I feel like I'm sweating an excess amount with this fucking pre-workout. But now that Melon's fed, and I've got some caffeine in my system, it's time to go to the gym. Or try to, because it's so hard for me to leave the house. I always forget something. Always. By the time I do leave the house though, it's about 4:30. My body's starting to feel the caffeine, but mentally, I'm still tired. So on my way to the gym, instead of listening to music, I listen to motivational speeches. You know, the ones with the epic music going on in the background where it's like, get the fuck up! Yeah, those are my favorite. And I listen to them all morning, when I'm going to the gym and while I'm at the gym. I mean, listen to this. Like, how do you not get hyped up?
Fight. It's gonna be a dog fight. For those of you watching my videos, on the road to success, I lost 5 aunts to cancer. It's a dog fight. In the midst of my business, I lost aunts. I had to go to funerals. We had to get on a plane. We had to drive. We had aunts that are close to my age who died, who didn't have insurance. We had to raise money. A dog fight. I had cousins shot in stores, execution style, shot back of the head twice. It's a dog fight. Like, you don't see that on YouTube. You don't see that on my TGI. It's a dog fight. My wife, 3 years ago, 7 legions found her brain. It's a dog fight. It hasn't been easy. It's a dog fight. The road hadn't been success. Like, it's just a paved road, and like E.T. go this way. It's been rough. It's been crooked. It's been hard. But I made up in my mind that I will get a reward.
Eric Thomas. I highly recommend going to check him out, checking out his speeches. There's one thing that he says that really resonates with me, and that's the only way I lose is if I quit. Probably because I knew he was right. I'm only 25 years old. I've survived homelessness, a alcoholic, abusive stepdad, all of the depression and suicidal thoughts that came with it, and a very toxic relationship. And that's just a few in no order. And I'm not gonna go into detail in this video, but I've overcome a lot that in the moment I thought I wouldn't be able to do. And because of all of that pain, I've grown a lot as a person. And that's kind of why I'm making this channel. I'm not gonna lie, it's taken me a long time to get to this point. Plus, I have friends telling me all the time that I should become like a therapist or motivational speaker. So I just hope that by telling my story, I help somebody. But now it's about 4:40 and I'm pulling up to the gym. It takes me about 5 minutes to put all of my stuff away and get up to the treadmills, where I start off my mornings with cardio. And the only reason I start off with cardio is because I hate cardio and I want to get it out the way as soon as possible. Especially because after the workout, I'm all heavy and the last thing I want to do is go for a run. I did learn a very important lesson when it comes to running, and this was back when I was homeless living out of my car in the gym, and that's warming up is actually very important. I used to just get onto the treadmill and start jogging, just for the day where I was so tired that I walked for about a good hour before starting to run, and that day I ran 5 miles no problem. Now, I only do 15 minutes of cardio in the morning, mainly because I don't want to be too tired for the rest of my workout, and because I hate cardio. So I crank up the motivational speeches loud enough so I don't hear myself hyperventilating, put in my 15 minutes of cardio, and as soon as that clock hits 5, I get off of the treadmill and it's time to start chest day. Now, I'm still kind of new to the whole recording myself at the gym thing, and I didn't realize my camera died while I was doing my first exercise. So this is footage from later that day, same workout. The only thing that changed was how I started, just because my back is unaligned and my left lat doesn't activate when I bench. So I needed to take some extra time to warm it up. In this case, my right shoulder has been hurting. It's kind of from the same problem. Now, keep in mind, the weight was only 7.5 pounds. And you can tell by the vein bulging on the side of my neck, this wasn't easy for me. But when I'm 60, hopefully I'll have some bulletproof shoulders. Now, time for the next exercise, the flat bench. My system for bench pressing really isn't anything special. Start off on the bar, add weight to it. Every time you add weight, you do a set, and every time you take off weight, you do a set. So you should start on the bar and you should finish on the bar. Now, the most weight that I've ever moved bench pressing was 225. This next clip is actually the first time I hit 225. I was with a couple boys. We went rock climbing, actually, and then went and got some beers after rock climbing, and we all said, fuck it, let's go work out.
You fucking got this. You better have the camera ready, bro. I got it, bro. 225, bro. You got this, you got this. Come on, bro. Come on! Think about every girl that rejected you. Come on! He's got it! He's got it! Let's fucking go!
Definitely not my best lift, but one of the more memorable ones. I don't really try to go for that though, because I usually go to the gym by myself, and the last thing I want to do is be trapped underneath weights. And don't get me wrong, I have no problem with asking somebody at the gym to spot me, but the thing is, I don't really like people. I'm definitely good with people, but I don't like people. I don't go out of my way to have conversations. I hate small talk, especially at 5 a.m. But I do my pec flies, and then I head over to the incline bench machine, where I do 3 more sets, about 8 to 12, and at this point, I'm over it. I want to go home. I got 2 more machines though, so I power through this one. And for some reason, every time I tried to align my back with this machine, I kept lifting up the seat and almost like falling. I don't know, it was a weird day for me. I do a couple sets of these, real lightweight, finish it off with arms, and my workout is finished. At this point, it's 6 a.m. I hit the lockers, check out myself in the mirror, hit the showers, and then I head back home. By the time I do get back home, it's about 6:30. This is the time where I usually clean up around the house. I have a hard time calling myself a clean freak, but I do clean every day. It really just gives me peace of mind knowing that the whole house is clean, and I live by myself. If I'm not gonna clean it, nobody is. Plus, I also read a fact that said, if you make your bed, you are 200% more likely to become a millionaire. And I don't even need $1 million, but I'm gonna make my bed just to be safe. I don't think anybody would really be mad at $1 million, to be honest, but I heard that taxes kick in at like, what, 500,000? And I don't even know anything about taxes, but I get taxed enough just breathing. So I can live without that. I also just moved into this apartment. It's about 2 months in when this was recorded. And I got probably the worst washing machine they could have given me. Like, it literally leaks out the bottom. It cleans the bottom rack, I'll give it that. But I'm convinced that the top rack does not get cleaned. I'm really happy with my apartment though. Other than the washing machine, it is a little different having hardwood floors since there was carpet in my last apartment. I'm not really mad though. I've swept enough in my life to know how to do it efficiently, but I don't think Melon really likes the broom. My theory is it sounds like it's hissing whenever I use it. But at the same time, if I was 1'2", I'd be kind of scared of a broom. And it rhymes, so you know it makes sense. This is where I easily spend most of my time. If I'm not playing games, I'm editing. If I'm not editing, I'm painting. I used to stream at this time, but an hour and a half before work isn't really long enough. I've also taken more of a step back from streaming, just so I can focus more on editing these videos. But yeah, another one of the goals for 2024 is to fill up this wall with paintings. Here are a few of them that I've done so far this year. It's kind of hard for me to describe why I like painting. I feel like it's kind of because there is no wrong. I only paint abstract and what I'm feeling at the time. I just found that every time I try to paint something seriously, I would enjoy it less, and I would enjoy the final product a lot less. Okay, but before I get off track, the house is clean and organized, and it's time for me to start work. My job is a little different than most people. People are actually kind of scared of what I do. So I work at a funeral home. Whenever people pass away at old homes, hospitals, or even in their homes, I'm the person who picks them up, puts them in the body bag, and then transports them to the cooler. And for legal reasons, I'm not gonna talk about any of them. The most I will say is I live in California, and the average body weight for someone is about 250 here. Other than that, and some pretty bad smells, I've never had a job that's made me more grateful for my life and the sense of responsibility that I really am the first person that these families see after their family member has passed. It's definitely not the easiest job. I've seen a lot of things that I think would definitely make a lot of people very uncomfortable. And if it's not what you see, it's definitely the emotions that you will feel. I only work from about 8 to 12, maybe sometimes until 2 or 4. Just because I'm on call 24/7, which means that at any time of the day, any time of the night, I could get a phone call saying that somebody passed away and I need to go get them. That's my life though. And again, I love my job, and I never thought that there would be a day where I actually would say that. But today was an easy day. All I had to do was drive to San Francisco to get some paperwork filled out and then drive back. Sadly, I did leave at 11:30-ish. So I caught that traffic coming home. It's alright though. I never really mind traffic as long as I'm being paid to be in it. Had to just move a couple people around in the cooler, and now it's 4 p.m. and I'm finally back home. I stream at 5 p.m. so I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't do anything productive until stream. And today was too easy of a day, so I decided to play some League on stream just to really hate my life again. And I think I succeeded. This game never fails to put me in a mood where I want to rip my monitor in half. Now it's 8 p.m. though, and one of the benefits of waking up at 4 a.m. is that my body literally doesn't work anymore. In the sense of I will sit in my chair all night. I had enough strength to make myself some food. It wasn't really anything crazy, it was just some pasta with some cheese. I also didn't really feel like cooking today, so I just wanted to make it quick. Then I quickly sat right back down into my chair, turned on some YouTube, fell down a rabbit hole with a king cobra inside, and enjoyed the rest of my night. Until it hits 9:30, I pretty much don't do anything. By 10 o'clock though, I have my next day scheduled, I have my teeth brushed, and I'm ready to go to sleep. I'm really hoping that if I can keep up this routine for long enough that I'll just end up taking over the world. And if not, then I'll at least have a bunch of memories. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. There's going to be a lot more coming to this channel. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.